Hello everyone and welcome to KDH art class. Today we're going to create some forms and we're going to need to make sure because it is a form that it is balanced. So you need to make sure you have your balance. And what I like to tell my students is I do not want it to be perfectly flat. I want you to curve the body, show some movement in it, while maintaining the balance. All right, today all you really need to have is 2 pipe cleaners and either some aluminum foil or some yarn, and you'll be able to create a simple sculpture of an animal of your choice. I'm going to start off with a very basic shape, and then you can add to it to create whatever animal you would like. All right, so we have the 2 pipe cleaners. Sorry, all I have with me are some sparkly ones. They do not need to be sparkly, just any of them will work. I picked 2 different colors so that you can see what each pipe cleaner creates, so that it's a little bit easier to follow along with what I am doing. So my challenge to you is to do your favorite zoo animal. Most animals have 4 legs. Okay. They have a mouth and head at one end and a tail at the other. Not always, but in this case, my little forms that I'm going to get you started on are going to give you that much. And from there, you can turn it into the lions or the tigers, the cheetahs, the dogs, the cats. You can even do otters. You would just have to adjust how big the legs are, how long the legs are, how long the neck is, how short the neck is, right? How long the tail is. Can you even see a tail on it? Some creatures you cannot see the tail very good. So we're going to start with the head, and I created a mouth. So we're going to make like the letter Z, right? Just like that on one end. Okay, here's the opening of the mouth, so you would feed it right here. Okay, and to make this work, I'm going to take the other part of the Z and give it a twist. So not the mouth that's open and closing, but the other part, I'm going to give it a little twist just so it stays put. Okay, so now it looks almost like the letter E. So it kind of goes around and makes the letter E. From there, we're going to add another loop, and this could be the ears or the head. I kind of have them sticking out a little bit. So on this one, you have the mouth, the nose, and the ears. So I'm going to create another little circle over here on this side. So now it looks almost like a bow. But again, we have the mouth, the nose, and this is going to be like the ear part. And again, give it a little twist to kind of keep it in its spot. Okay. Now, the neck. How big or long is your neck? If you're doing like cats and dogs, their necks are kind of short. Okay, so you can do it that way. If you're going to be doing a giraffe, you're going to need a longer one. You'll probably need a few more pipe cleaners, but in this case, it's going to be kind of a short neck. And then we come down to do the first leg. Okay, so our leg is like the letter V. And again, give it a little twist. That kind of holds it in its place. In fact, I'll probably twist it a couple times just so it doesn't come undone and confuse everybody. All right, next thing is I need to figure out how long the body is going to be. And I'm going to do my last leg. And I want to make sure my legs are about the same length. All right. And that is half of my animal right there. Now, we still need a second front leg, a second back leg, a tail, and that's where this pipe cleaner is going to come in. So I'm going to start with the tail. I'm going to figure out how long my tail is, and I'm going to put it on the back side of my animal. And so that it doesn't move, I'm going to wrap us around to kind of hold it in place. And now my tail is secure. Since we're right here by the back leg, let's go ahead and bend it and create a second back leg that is the same length as the first one. So that it's not moving around, I'm going to twist this. A couple twists, and now I have two back legs and a tail on this leftover pipe cleaner. So we're going to come along the back and we're going to make the other front leg. You could just lay it there, or I give it a little candy cane twist around to kind of help keep it in its place. And now I should have enough left over for a front leg. Again, make it about the same length as your other one. And now I have just a little bit left over. I'm just going to go ahead and wrap it around so it's not sticking out. And now I get to put my legs where I want them. Oh, that one's sticking out a little bit, so I need to wrap it around. And you should have a sculpture that will balance on its four legs. You might have to move it, twist the feet out a little bit, bend so that you have little feet if you haven't done so already. You can have the tail coming around. I always tell my students, don't make it perfectly straight. It is less exciting. It does not show a whole lot of movement. So if you start bending it and curving it a little bit, then your sculpture starts developing a little personality of its own. All right, so this is what we call the armature. The armature is basically the skeleton that holds up your sculpture. All right. From here, you can take pieces of aluminum foil and start wrapping around your pipe cleaner. To cover up the body. And that you can ball it up and make it thicker in areas. But you can cover it all up and you'll have this nice little sculpture of your animal. As you can tell, mine's kind of cat-like. I'm thinking cheetah. My students are probably already going, hey, that's her den. We are divided into 4 dens and we have these fun little competitions. And our dens are based on our mascot, the wildcat. And our wildcats, the dens, are cheetahs, lions, tigers, and panthers. And this fits just about all of them. The difference is you'll have a female lion instead of a male. And again, don't be afraid to move the legs around. Give it a little bit more excitement, a little bit more movement. Maybe I can move his legs this way so he looks like he's running. All right. Or you can take, if I can find the beginning of it, you can take some yarn and simply start wrapping all around until you've covered it and you have a neat little sculpture that way. Again, feel free to move it in whatever position you like. As you're wrapping, you're going to want the body a little bit thicker, not quite so skinny. And you can have fun creating all kinds of creatures. Alligators, dogs, cats, giraffes, even elephants. You might need more pipe cleaners because you would have to add the big ears for the elephant as well as the long trunk. And the tail would not be as long. Okay? And you would need a lot more foil or yarn to make it thicker. Or you can turn it into a giraffe. Again, you will need probably a lot more pipe cleaners to create longer legs and of course the longer neck, a shorter tail. Okay? But have fun creating your sculptures out of pipe cleaners and aluminum foil or yarn. Stay tuned for more exciting activities from KDH Art Class and keep on creating.